destroyed by your pest or whatever, or animals are being stolen or that type of thing, you give 10% because that's what you're required to give. Is 10% of that. And being a farmer, you're gonna some years you're gonna have some probably some great years, and the land is gonna bring forth more than it does in other years and so forth. But it would be based upon the 10% of what you would have. Now, I'm not a farmer, but that's what I would say. And look at it what the scripture says.
And that being understood, what I'm saying is, how do you determine, do you go, and see, I know 10% of each thing is gonna make the whole of a 10, but is that 10% by the weight of the produce, 10% by 10% of the tomatoes, 10% of this that get the whole? I'm talking about to accurately know what that 10% is. Do we even have an equation, if you will, of how to figure that out accurately, even from someone who would garden?
And I was referring back to Genesis chapter 4. And I was dealing with Cain because Cain was the tiller of the ground. And he gave in Genesis chapter 4, and he gave the first fruit. Right, the first fruits. And I wanted to use that example to show the first fruits. And those that are agriculturalists, please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the first fruits is the first, fruit that's yielded in the garden before anything else is touched. So when that garden is coming in, it's the first of everything. I guess for that particular season, I believe. Or would it be that season, or would it be that crop? I guess it would be the first of that.
It would probably be the crop. And I'm only using my garden as an example, only because, for instance, I may plant things at the same time, but all plants don't grow at the same rate.
Right.
Some plants produce fruit faster than others,
Yes.
whereas some will produce in 30 days, some take 60 or even 90, and even longer if the weather conditions are not permitting.
So it will be the first of whatever that crop that came up. So from that, before you even touch it to do anything with it, take the 10% off the top. Like this portion here is going straight to Yahweh. So, wow, that's deep. That is awesome, man. Praise Yahweh. That is awesome. So
I'm still a little confused though, because of what's being yielded first, like those first fruits. You still have other things that are gonna come up. So you're saying you only take, like if you got a bushel of tomatoes, for example, you only take 10% of that little tomatoes and discard the rest of everything that's growing. I'm trying to.
no, basically it's the first fruit of everything. You take a tenth of everything in first fruits. So it's the first of everything. No, it's the first of everything. No, that was a good question. No, it's the first of everything. Yes. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What if